everything looks. And it's going to be delayed too, but, you know. Yeah. I did just start, so it should be like live on that channel. Yeah, so if you pop in there, like, you can kind of see, I mean, it's gonna be kind of weird, but you can kind of see that, like, I turned off the game volume too, because I'm talking to you on the mic, but you have machines, so, oh god, no, I don't want to hear myself twice, but, that's weird. Yeah. So you got a miner. So this thing produces, and you can see on the screen how much power it takes. It produces 30 iron ore, or 1 iron ore per 30 minutes, so 30 per 1 iron ore, 30. So it produces 30 iron ores per minute. And then this thing will run into a smelter. I had to set all this up. Like when you spawn, you don't have anything. But you run with a conveyor into this thing, a smelter, and this smelter gets 30 iron per minute, and then it jumps over there and produces 30 iron ingots per minute. But those 30 iron ingots, so it's even, 30 and 30. So then it comes into here and I have it split. I have it in a splitter. So that this splitter goes into this constructor, and this constructor produces 15 iron rods per minute. So 30's coming out of there. 30 divided by 2 is 15. So 15 go there, 15 go there. It's working at 100% efficiency. And then it goes and merges into this thing with the merger. And then I take it into this line, which is totally like wonky and weird and not how I wanted to do it. But it goes under this other line that I have, which is producing plates. And it goes all the way up there and transports all the items into a storage container. And you have a chainsaw. But yeah, this is it, man. It's a blast. I think it's so much fun. It would take so much time off of your life. Yeah. And then those iron bars that are being distributed, they like come up from the ground and they come into here, into this storage container. And then right now, I just have it running straight across my foundation over here. And it's running into the back of this constructor, which is taking these iron bars and turning them into screws. And then the screws are going all the way into the other thing. Yeah, so normally I would set that up like down there. But for today, for right now, when I got on earlier, I wanted to see if I could make that happen. And the cool thing is, like, these iron bars are constantly putting out. They're putting out at a higher rate than the screws are taking in. So I'll always have a surplus of bars in this thing for now. And then in this storage container, there's screws. And if you just wait, man, you get a lot. But you gotta have, like, fuel. And then this thing, you see all this wiring? Oh, and the cool thing is, another cool thing, when you delete shit, like if I went through and deleted anything right now, you get it all back. All of it. So let's say you build something and you don't like it, you don't like how it's set up or whatever, you delete it, you get all of the resources back instantly. But yeah, it's literally just a massive factory game. I mean, there's nothing else. I have another factory going on too. I'll run down that way. But I have, I've made this little ramp. That's my space shuttle. You'll see the space shuttle in a second. That's the space shuttle thing. That guy, that's Bean. You'll see Bean here in a second. He's friendly. He won't hurt a fly. And then I have another factory over here. This one produces concrete. And it's the same thing. In order for me, yeah. And in order for me to get this thing to 100% efficiency with the concrete, same thing. Splitter, 2 constructors, turning them into cement. And the cement flows into here, which flows into there. I could delete this and have this run all the way over there into those storage containers, which is I was thinking about, but I just didn't do it yet. But yeah, so this is like the system. This thing's producing crazy amounts. You know, I don't know how much it produces every minute. I guess I could do the math. 15 per minute, so 30. I'm getting 30 concrete per minute, and you need concrete to make all these little platforms and things. And in this map, you spawn right there. Right up there. So when you spawn in, there's like nothing here. It's just rock and that's it. But yeah, I mean, it looks complicated, but when you first spawn, it's like, you know, you're like up here chilling out of a rocket ship, and then they tell you to break down the rocket ship. It's pretty simple. And then you go down there and you like start mining. And then that thing, there's a flying like creature thing in the air. Friendly. There's only like one bad monster I've seen, but you kill him in like 2 hits. Oh, and then there's that. There's like a poison thing over there. I don't know what that is, but I can't go there because it hurts me. But other than that, there's like nothing that comes out that I've seen. There's nothing that like comes out at night or anything that attacks you. Nothing like that. It's just like a peaceful game. It's just super, super relaxed and just peaceful. And like I said, dude, the whole map is loaded 24/7. So if let's say you went out and like you're like, all right, well, I'm gonna go work on the coal factory over there. Okay, cool. Well, yeah, if you finished up the coal factory and made it transport coal all the way back, I left the Discord chat. Game told me shut up. But yeah, like the whole thing's fucking loaded. Like this foundation stuff isn't here. This is a miner. I just put this down earlier. But yeah, to show you an example of deleting shit, that's how easy it is. Boom, boom, boom. And you want it even easier, you can mass delete. So I can hold R1 and or I can click R1 and click all this stuff. Boom, boom, hit that foundation. Bam, bam, and boop. It's all gone. And it's all in my inventory. It's not machines either. It turns it into the raw materials. You don't get the machine. And then you can customize this. Your hotbar here, you can customize it, but you don't get just 1 or 2 wheels or 3 or 4 or 5 or 6 or 7 or 8 or 9 or 10. You get 10 wheels. You can customize. You can put whatever machines you want. There's so many freaking machines. See, right now, one of my machines went down. I don't know if it was this one. Those lights are green, so it wasn't that one. That one's down up there. So either enough power wasn't being distributed, or there is not enough fuel in it. So then it's like you gotta like problem solve at that point. You gotta go look at it and see what it is. And the conveyor belts luckily don't take power. But yeah, see that one? See that red thing down there? That's what stopped. That's not producing. But these are. And this eats, you can see the fuel in the top left, it eats 2, almost 3 biofuel per minute. So you know how much you're eating, you know how much watts this is taking. I can see that this is taking or producing 20 watts of energy. And if I want to see like the pole, I can look at the pole and I can see, oh, my machines that I have right now set up can produce up to 40 watts. I'm only using 22 watts right now. I could produce 40, so I can do even more power. I don't know why that shut off, to be honest with you. I'm not sure why it tripped up, but it did. Maybe it overloaded. Maybe that's it. No power. So something ran out. Oh, maybe I hooked that up to the other thing. I haven't really figured out the power thing yet because I know you can hook up like lines of power to these different things. But for some reason I've only got like, I don't know. Every time you do a line of power, well, this thing, oh yeah, see, this one stopped running. So this one was the bottleneck. I don't think I have any more. Oh, I do. I have 105. There we go. So now I put the fuel in, but it doesn't start it. I have to come in here, and you can turn off a machine. If I hit R3, it pauses the machine. It stops it. If I click it, I click that little button down there, and it turns it on, and then I have to hold R2. Ugh, and pull it. And now we're good. Now we're up and running. Now if I go look at that machine, it's up and running. Oh, and the range in this game is insane. I could delete the smelter from here. I could delete power lines. I could build this far too. So I don't have to like run over there and be like right next to stuff. I could delete that foundation all the way over there if I wanted to. I could delete all this stuff. Like, you don't have to be right next to anything. You could even build that far. Like if I wanted to, I could pop out like a, I don't know, like a foundation or something. Like, you can kind of see how far that is. That's kind of ridiculous how far you can build out. You could rotate. You could lock the hologram, which is interesting because if you lock it, then you can nudge it little bits. And if you hold R1, you could vertically nudge it and you could build it in the air. So yeah. Well, you can't build it in the air. You need to have something under it. But nope, I'm wrong. You can build it in the air. Just like that, like I did. And then, no, I don't like that there. Delete it. But yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man. When you spawn in, you have like, you literally have nothing. You spawn in, but you're good. Like, all you do when you spawn is they make you, and look, you take fall damage, but not very much. Not really. Not really. Yeah, like this. You walk up and you hold square, or Xbox is X. And you mine, and you mine, and you mine. And then once you have about 20, you saw that... Oh, yeah, yeah. But... Yeah, but what... Yeah, a little knife. And that's how you mine all the ore. That's how you mine that, the limestone over there, the copper. I have copper up there. That's how you mine it. You don't have tools. But the zapper you see in my hand, the little zapper, that you have, that is used to fight off. Yeah, it's a little zapper, a little taser. That's used to fight off the like one bad monster that attacks you, and he literally. You never feel like you're in any threat. You get thrown by him, but you don't feel like you're in a threat at all. You feel like, I kill his ass, you know? And if you die, it really doesn't matter. You don't lose anything. Yeah, dude, I'm telling you, man, this game is, it's worth it. You know, there's some games that you pay for and you're like, I don't know if it was worth it. This game is worth it. I'm telling you. Like this space shuttle you saw, that took me like, I only did it because the game told me to do it, or else I wouldn't have done it. But you send stuff to space. You do. So eventually you have to make smart plating. I don't even know how to make that. But once you do, you literally hold the lever down over here and you send it off into space. And then it comes down. And every time you upgrade, you got a launch pad over there with a rocket on it. On your building. And so you get to watch that thing take off. And then it comes back in like 3 or 4 minutes. But I guess as you get more and more stuff, it goes bigger and bigger. Like longer and longer. It'll take like 20 minutes to come back or whatever, you know? Oh, and eventually you get jetpacks and stuff too. Or a hover pack, you know? But I don't have all that yet. But yeah, like if I wanted to, I can go over here and chop down all those trees and, start getting foliage and, Because that's what you need in the beginning is all this stuff. You don't start with a chainsaw. You know, you don't have a chainsaw to start with at all. I can't chop the tree because I don't have biofuel on me. I put it all in that machine to keep it running. But, yeah. That's how I don't like the look of this lookout tower. Well, fuck you, lookout tower. See you later. You know, I don't know. It's different. And then you can build walls and stuff. Like, you'll see you can build a 4-meter wall. I could quick switch it to a 1-meter wall. It's kind of whatever I want. Let's say I want a 3-high or a 4-high factory system. Bam. And eventually, I don't have it yet, but eventually you do unlock the ability to paint all your walls and your I don't know about your foundations, but your walls you definitely can paint. And you get to add lights. Eventually you'll unlock lights, like ceiling lights and whatnot. But yeah, like, it's pretty cool, man. It's simple, too. Like, you see this little miner that I built? You'll see it in a little bit. If I wanted to run this, I would literally run it. It's clipping into the ground because they're not made to be on that stuff at all. Oh, and there's different build modes for this. So, like, straight, if I wanted it to be perfectly straight, or as straight as it could, it has a build mode for that. So I'll just boop. And that's its version of straight. It doesn't look fucking straight to me. But that's its version of straight. And you could build from up there if you wanted to. Like, you could take the ladder up, and you could fucking build from coming out of there if that's something you wanted to do. Like, I could just whoop, and then go out to there. Boom. But yeah, that's pretty much it. Like, if I wanted to make this work, I would come over here, make a biomass burner, because I have to have power. I'll just show you an example of this. I'm telling you, this game, you would be like, holy shit, that is fucking cool. And I need power to go to there. Now, this is copper. I want copper to be, yep. And if Tango likes it, yeah. Well, I'm telling you, man. I'm my personal opinion, you know, is I think you would enjoy it. I think the first map the first world we make would probably be fucking around trying to figure everything out. Because like I said, this is after 6 hours. I've just created things that are producing, you know? I haven't made like a power plant or anything like that. Like, eventually you get to that mode where you make power plants and you make nuclear factories, you know? But I'm not there yet at all. Like, one thing I didn't show you was like the tiers. I'll run over there right now. Oh, if I can make it under there. Oh, dang it. Let's just do a lookout tower. If I can. Lookout tower. Where are you at? Lookout tower. Right there. Organization. Right there. Perfect. There we go. One thing I didn't show you was the tiers. So the tiers are in this thing. This is your hub. So your hub won't look like this when you first build it. Like, that's a rocket ship. But it'll look pretty much like this. You'll have this thing and you'll have this thing. You'll have the hub terminal and the crafting bench. And the hub terminal, you'll start at tier 0. And like, your first goal is to get hub upgrade number 1, where you have an equipment workshop and a portable miner and +1 hand slot. So you get a hand slot. That's it. It's pretty easy. Like, you go over, hit the ground with your miner, with your iron, like I said, and you turn those into these things called iron ingots, and then you turn those iron ingots into iron rods. You just have to do it manually at first, and then you're good. And then you have your portable miner. That's this thing right here in the equipment shop. Once you have your portable miner, I could take this thing. I'll show you, actually. I have some in my inventory. When you first start out, that's all you have are those little portable miners. And I did get rid of it. Cool. Wee-oo! Okay. So when you first start out, you do get this portable miner. How do I do it? So you have to take that portable miner and then put it on your hand. Oops. Apparently it didn't do it for me. Where's it at? There we go. And then you take this miner and plop a bunch of them. I put 5 on these iron nodes. And they work by default. You don't have to do nothing. So then you sit there, and they're not powered. There's nothing like that. But you have to run over here and grab them. And they cook 40 iron a minute. 40 of them a minute in real life. So then you're good. But I think they only hold 100. So then every so often, because like I said, the whole world's running all the time. Every so often you just have to run over when you're first starting, grab them out of there, and then run and go craft. And then, run back and da-da-da. That's really it. It's pretty cool, man. Another real good feature. Okay, so you know how in Minecraft, like you'll sit there and you'll know to yourself, okay, I need like 42 hoppers, but what's everything I need for the hoppers, And you don't really know off the top of your head, I need how much iron and da-da-da. You're stuck figuring it out, kinda. Right. Well, in this, you'll see it on the screen in a little bit. Like you'll see there's a plus sign in the top corner kind of thing. If I hold the L trigger, I can hit add to to-do list with the up. Well, how many smelters do I want? I want 10 smelters. Okay, cool. So then those 10 smelters are on my to-do list. My to-do list is sitting right there on the right-hand side of my screen. And it tells me I need 50 iron rods and I need 80 wire. Now, I already have all that. In fact, I have 242 iron rods and 258 wire on me. But then I know, right then and there, I can make 10 smelters if I wanted to right now. And I'll do it just to prove a point. I can literally sit here at 1. And then I can hold R1 to make it snap as best I can. I could hold it there and make it snap. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Bam! I just made 10 of them. Oh, and then let's say, let's just do this as an example, actually. Let's delete all of this. We're going to mass dismantle. Oh, I fucked that up. Bam, bam, bam. Bam, bam. Bam, bam, bam. There we go. Now I left these two for like an example. Let's say I want this one to produce copper ingots, right? And this one, I don't have producing anything. But let's say I made a whole machine and I'm just too lazy. I don't want to fucking do anything. I can hit R2 at the bottom with left. And I can hit settings copied. And I come over here and I can configure this thing with square. And I can go to R1, and I can hit R2 and hit right. And it pastes it in there. The same settings I had on this one, I have on this thing. So I don't have to think. But yeah, I'm telling you, man. So like once you get to, and you start with the to-do list, and then there's this, like if you don't want to know what everything does. But like you can see like cables. I can't tell you what the other 4 things cables do are. But I know there's 4 things. I can't tell you the other items that cables are used in to produce. But I can tell you there's like 9 or 10 items that they're used in later on. You know? And then there's other shit you unlock too. Like all these little alien things you find. Like you'll find these little... there's a cave over here on this side of the map. Once you go in there. Oh, and the leaves are used for fuel. So like once you start, you'll want to grab tons of leaves like you would an Ark. But yeah, man, I don't know. I think if you... I think you would have fun, man. I think you'd be like, dude, this is fucking cool. Like, you know? It's just peaceful. It's a peaceful game. That's really all it is. It's like right now it's going to be nighttime soon. But it is super duper peaceful. It's just everything's constantly running and you're not having to like fight off anything or worry about your stuff getting destroyed or nothing like that. You just have to worry about like power trips and shit. But there's this thing. So when you do find like alien shit, because you will... you can like throw it in here and this like tells you about it and then it unlocks something. I just unlocked this thing a little bit ago, but yeah, like the nutrients thing, like one of these was like a nut. This one was a nut. And you just throw it in there and it tells you about it. And then apparently if you put 3 things in there, you unlock something. I don't know what you unlock, but you do. Yeah, that's the man. And then, like, now we unlock the map. Like, I have a map, but you don't start with a map. You have to go to, like, tier 2 to unlock it. But obviously, I haven't explored everywhere yet. Like, the map's pretty freaking big. So, there's that. Yeah, you can look at your like recipes and all that stuff. And then conveyor belts and conveyor lifts and stuff, all this can be like moved faster. So these things only move at 60 per minute, these conveyor belts here. The conveyor belt Mach 1s. I think it's 60. Yeah, it's 60 per minute. So it's only going to move 60 items per minute up the things. But once you get conveyor belts 2, Mach 2, those move items faster than that. I don't know what, because I don't have them yet. Same thing with these lifts. 60 per minute, 60 per minute. So, yeah. But eventually you can get Mach 2 and they'll just like move them so much faster. Yeah, that's pretty much it though. It's just like a building game with like, you know, your factories and shit. But yeah, like that thing over there. Oh yeah, I was showing you kind of with the copper. Let me head back over there for a second. Oops. Let me up. So here's your biomass thing. And then I wanted this thing to smelt the copper. So, or turn it into something. I think I need it to smelt, right? Yeah. So I need it to... I might need it to smelt. I don't know. Let me see. Let me put a constructor down. I don't really remember. Oh, but I need the reinforced iron plates, which I don't have. I need to go make those. Whee! Actually, let's just make a crafty bench. So I gotta run over. Oh, and the cool thing is, yeah, like if you have once you get foundations, your stuff like snaps. But if you don't have a foundation, it doesn't snap at all. Like, yeah, you place it like wherever. But foundations make everything kind of look nice. I forgot I wanted to make some reinforced iron plates so that I could make a constructor. There we go. So now let's head back in here, make a constructor. And then you got input and output. So I'll lock this in place. So you have like the green, that's your output, and your orange is always your input. That's kind of how that works. Let's nudge this way, nudge it up a little bit. There we go. So that's how that works. So now I made that, which I think can produce wire. But I need it to run into a smelter like I thought. So I made the wrong choice. I'm going to delete it, get all those items back. I do need a smelter. So let's run a smelter. We want it lined up. Perfect. There we go. So then I have a conveyor belt running into a smelter. Let's not run it on default mode. There you go. And then I need this smelter to run into a constructor because I want wire being produced. So let's run a conveyor from there to there. So you're going to kind of see what it looks like, kind of trying to set a small like version of a factory up, because I really haven't done this thing yet. And then you'll go hit the conveyor belt, you'll grab that, swing that over there. Okay, so now like the last step is I need power lines. So then I'll go to my power line, and this thing needs to produce. Oops, so I actually made a mistake. I need to delete that. I need a power pole. Once you have a power pole going, let's run one there, and let's run one there, right there. You need the power from this thing to go into a pole that's going to run into there, oops, and run into there. And we're going to carry the power from this thing to there. Come on. Oh, I don't have cables. That's what I'm missing. Fuck. How do I make cables? I don't even remember. Oh, crafty benches over here. Cables. I need a bunch of cables. Here we go. Power line. So then I need to run this power line to there, and this power line to there. And that doesn't need a power line. So I need to at least produce 13 megawatts of power. And I have some biofuel. Not the best kind of biofuel, but some. And I will chuck that in there. This thing is now running. It's going to produce power. I don't know if it's going to be enough. Yep. So I can produce up to 30 megawatts of power. My system is only going to consume 5.2. And if I want to look at the graph, I can like zoom in and da 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 da. So we're good. So this is going to take all this, which I don't know if this thing is set up. This produces 60 a minute. This thing is not set up. This thing produces 30 a minute. So the smart thing to do would be have a splitter and run it into two of these things. But I'm not going to waste time. I just want to show you how it works. So now this thing's producing copper. Those little ores that were on the ground that you saw me mining over there, that was iron, but copper is the same exact thing. And then it produces the copper into ingots, takes those ingots and turns them into, I want it to turn it into wire. So then it's going to take those ingots and spit it out into wire, copper wire, and it will store the wire inside this storage container. All done automatically without me having to lift a finger once it's set up. The only thing I have to do manually is keep this thing stocked up with biofuel. Now if you look, it's going to use 10 of those leaves per minute. So 10 of those leaves per minute is not a very long time. You know, I'm able to I don't know how long that is, but that's a minute in real life. So whatever that is, 20 minutes, right? 200, it holds 200, so that's like 20 minutes. So 200 of those leaves gets me 20 minutes of real life production of this stuff. And it's not producing at its fastest because I didn't put a splitter in here. Now this could be a little more complicated. I could come over here and throw another one of these guys, because I would need 2 more, I think, right? Because this spits 15 ingots. So if you notice, this thing spits 15 ingots per minute. So now you have to think, well, this thing is spitting 30. This thing is spitting 60. So I would need to split this, make 2 lines into one here and one over here. So I would need 2 of these machines. because then that would take it and make it work all the time, or make it 100% efficiency where this is running all the time, this is running all the time. And then I would need to split this. I'm going to need 4 of these things, boom, 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 and 4 lines to be able to make this thing run all the time and run at 100% efficiency. Because right now it's running super slow. So you like have to like think about the math in it all you know, a little bit too. But once you get it down, like once you mess with it and you play like an hour or two, the game does a real good job of explaining the things to you, you know? So you're not left like wondering, what do I do? It kind of walks you through it. A really easy way to do it, step by step. And then the chainsaw requires like this stuff. So this is how crafting looks. You hold square. It's boring and it's slow. But it's like what you need to do before you have everything set up. Like I don't have a solid biofuel machine set up right now. I did, because all this stuff that you see, like that building, all this, most of my equipment was all set up down there. Like my hub, that bigger building over there, that was set up down there. Everything was down there. I just deleted everything and moved it. Like if I wanted to, I could delete this thing right now and move it wherever I want to. I just don't know if I have the room for all the material on me right now. I don't know if I have all that room, but like yeah, if I wanted to, I could just go in here and like store all, hit this guy, and then I could move the spaceship if it lets me. There you go. See? I can just deconstruct the spaceship. Boom. Or space elevator. It's going to deconstruct that thing, slowly delete, and I can move it anywhere in the world I want. Bam. Let's say I want it over here, because it gives me all my stuff back. Right there. Let's say I want it right there. Boom, bada boom. And I just moved my spaceship. It gives me all my stuff back. So I can use that shit for that, or I can use it for whatever I want. You know, maybe I ran out of stuff and I need it. Oh yeah, that's how it works, man. It's pretty cool. It's seamless. Yeah, just watch the spaceship, because, oh, Jesus Christ, you see this thing getting built. The space station, not spaceship. I keep saying spaceship. Look at that. It's like getting dropped off from a freaking UFO up there or something. It's weird. But yeah, and then this thing does stuff too. I can't tell you what. I have no idea. But then you can like park stuff in here too. I don't know what. But yeah, this thing does stuff. But yeah, it's so I'm telling you, man, the game's like super. It's simple starting out, and then it like gets like mega like complex. Like I can't tell you, to be honest with you, I can't tell you what the fuck this shit is. I've never made smart plating. I don't even know what you need to make that stuff, you know? But if you notice in like the top right, it says complete phase 1. If I were to look at what phase 1 really is, using that thing, using that little building, the hub over there, phase 1 is like, it's more than just that part. Like the whole time we've been here, like this thing's producing screws. Like we're good to go, you know? But yeah, phase 1 is, it's more than just a little bit. Like if you look at the tiers, you can see our tier 3, tier 4. Those are also part of phase 1. So I'd have to like hit this milestone, fill up everything with all my stuff, you know, come over here, hit this milestone, do this one, and then finally get tier 3 unlocked and do all those. And unlock all that stuff. And that's all complicated stuff. Like, I don't know what a upgrade customizer is for a build gum, or an awesome shop, or an awesome sink. You can look at it though. You can like read. But yeah. So it's an assembler. Like it crafts 2 parts into another part. I haven't even got that far. I can't tell you what the fuck that is off the top of my head. But I could read it. It takes 2 parts into one other part. So it sounds as if it'll take like, I could probably take the steel plates that I'm crafting over there and putting into that storage thing. And I could probably take the screws that I'm crafting right here that's flowing into there. And I could run a line going out from that and out from that into an assembler, and it'll assemble these reinforced iron plates that you need a lot of for crafting and whatnot. So like off the top of my head, I can tell you that's how I can use that. But yeah, the game is as complex as you want it, and as like not as complex as you want it. Like look, it tells me I need smart plates up there in the top right. I don't even have smart plates unlocked. That's in the next milestone. So yeah, and I don't even know what a rotor is or a copper sheet, but those are gonna be interesting. But yeah, like you build shit. You do build crazy crap, and some of the factories people build are fucking nuts, man. But yeah, when you first spawn in, man, you have nothing. You have literally nothing, and in the first like handful of hours, if you wanted to, you could like automate a lot of things. I'm not saying it would be the smartest thing because you don't have like I have biofuel in here, this biomass. You wouldn't have biomass to start. You would just have these leaves and wood, and you would run around grabbing it. Like you would have to run around like this and just kind of pressing X on the leaves to pick them up. Or you can hold X and it'll pick them up automatically. You just got to run into them. Only problem with that is you got to make sure to turn it off. Because if you don't turn it off, when you run by your belts and stuff, you'll pick up the screws and whatever's on those. But yeah, like it's a pretty big game, and there's shit you'll see that I don't know, like in there, like there's a cave in there. I've been in there. I went in there once. Yeah, like there was a spider in there. I killed the little bitch. There was 2 spiders. I killed them, and got some alien goop, and ran out. I can't tell you what the alien goop is. I have no idea, but I got it. You know. I think it's sitting in that chest over there. That ma'am thing over there. That's supposed to tell me what the alien goop is. This thing. But yeah, dude, it's fun, man. It is fun. And there's like 4 different maps. So there's this one that looks like, Earth. And then I'll back out. It's been auto-saving this whole time, but I don't care. I'll probably end up starting a new playthrough anyway. But there's if I were to hit new game, there's a rocky desert. There's the northern forest. And then there's the dune desert. And they're all like different, stuff. I don't know what it's called. Difficulties, I guess. And you could start your own like creative world too. I don't know what game modes are, but it says you can like enable game modes. Oh. Oh, so you can just make everything you can make the game as easy as possible. Apparently you can like make everything cost like less than like 0.25 of what it would normally cost. So you can make everything like super cost efficient, if you really wanted to. You could even, wow, you could even turn on your resource stuff and like turn it to whatever you want. You can make it basic resource rich, which apparently increases the iron, coal, copper, caterium, and limestone ratio. Oh, wow. You can make the resource nodes pure or impure. I don't know what any of that shit is yet. I haven't got that far in the game. But yeah, you can make it like whatever the fuck you want. Like that. Yeah, so I don't know. I think it's pretty I think it's a good game, and I think you might enjoy it.